Hey, loyal listeners, we love you, and thanks for joining us on this episode of Cats in the Cradle podcast.
Yeah.
We're trying something different, so you're going to hear our intro music here in just a little bit. We want to give you a preview of what to expect on this week's episode.
Yes.
So, a couple things we're going to talk about. We're going to start off by talking about baby showers. Big one coming up, but I'm not excited about it. I'm excited about it, but I'm not going to go do it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm going. Food.
Right. Yeah, food. We talk about food and the motivation of food and where it is and how it is now. Do you want to recant anything you said about a dog weighing 2,000 pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you think the dog did or didn't weigh 2,000 pounds?
I don't know. We're gonna have to search it up.
All right. So you're just gonna stick with your story until you can look for facts on the internet. Don't trust what you find on the internet.
Wikipedia.
We talk a lot about music. There's a couple of there's a rock out tribute to Beethoven's Fifth, and a couple of music fails that are pretty funny stories.
Yes. And then finally, the neighborhood app.
Yeah, we find some trolling going on in the neighborhood app. It's kind of funny. So anyway, listen. Thank you for being here. Check it out.
Bye.
Enjoy the not bye. Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome to the podcast. Cats in the Cradle. Rock it out, Brandon.
Woo!
Oh yeah! Cats in the Cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man on the moon. Super impressed. I'm super impressed with what we've been able to accomplish here. And I say we, meaning you, me, and our producer, Brandon.
Or we as in mostly Brandon. But we still contribute.
Look, Brandon couldn't do this without us.
Yeah, and we couldn't do this without Brandon.
Well, no, we've been doing it without Brandon, but Brandon has made it better.
He has.
Yeah. So, Brandon, shout out to you, man. Thanks, dude. Adding just the quality of the intros better.
Yeah.
We're trying new things. We're working on it. It's pretty awesome.
Also, shout out to Bennett Smith, right there.
He's been listening. Listener?
Yeah, he listened to all the episodes.
Seriously.
Did
he get his family to listen?
I don't know.
Because I talked to his dad about it, and he's kind of like, "What are you doing?" He thought like we were special needs or something. So maybe that's why he listens to. He's like, "Dad, you gotta check this out. Jonathan and Josh, like our neighbors, they're kind of special.
Yeah,
and not like the good special.
The funny special.
Yeah. Well, yeah, shout out to Bennett, man. He's a good kid. We like him.
Yeah.
You gave a shout out. I'm going to give a shout out to a coworker of mine. Her name's Tammy, and she's an occasional listener. She's been catching up. And today is Administrative Professionals Day, and she is the professional that we had celebrated with administratively.
Yes.
So anyway, thanks for listening, Tammy. We appreciate it.
You want me to top off your shout out with another shout out?
You can go ahead. I'm not going to top yours off, so you can win this.
Shout out to Addie. She is having a baby shower.
Dude, we've been talking about. It's like old. Like I don't even believe it right now. I think she's just putting on a lot of weight, or she's putting a basketball in her shirt.
Yeah, like one of those fake pregnant bellies.
So this is unplanned. I was not planning on talking about this. This weekend is her baby shower.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, she's going to be in town this weekend.
Oh, really?
And people are going to shower her with gifts.
Okay, so here's what my thought used to be of a baby shower until I actually went to one when I was like 5. It is nothing like so the baby's not there yet, and you do not give the baby a shower.
Nope, you sure don't. And you have attended at least one baby shower.
Yes.
I have attended none. I don't go to baby showers. I don't do it.
Is it for like women?
So look, nowadays it's not. Back in the day, and I don't even know what the day is. The day could have been 10 years ago. It could have been 5 years ago. I don't know. It used to be just the ladies get together. And then they started, once metrosexual kind of became a thing with, lots of men grooming their eyebrows and whatever. All of a sudden it changed with, we should have, everybody at the baby shower. And so they've done these baby showers. Maybe I went to one begrudgingly or something like that. I don't remember if I did. Renee can correct me. Who was supposed to be our special guest today and is not going to be, by the way. I mean, how was that? I can't even get my own wife and our title sponsor to be on the dang podcast.
Well,
but anyway, we'll cut her some slack. We won't drag her.
She does. She does have work and homework.
Yeah, she has a lot going on, so we'll cut her some slack. But anyway. It's our baby shower this weekend, and I don't want to go to I mean, I know it's my first grandkid, and we're super excited about Liza. I'm not going to the baby shower.
Dad, you do realize that there's food at this baby shower?
You realize there's leftover food as well, so I can get the same benefit without even attending.
Do you realize how much food pregnant ladies eat? They have to eat for two. For two, Dad. For two.
Dude, I get the whole for two. There's no way.
For two.
I'm okay then. I'm okay. If she needs to eat the food, then I don't need it.
Okay.
So I can pass it. That's fine. I'm not fine. Look, I was talking to somebody about this the other day. Here's another unplanned topic. Food used to be the ultimate motivator for me. When I was your age, food would have motivated me to do anything.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, hey, we need people helping with the move. It's July. It's 115 degrees outside.
You're like, I don't really know.
I'm like, I don't know. Oh, there's going to be pizza there. I'm there.
Yeah. I got paid $5 to drink a cup of hot sauce. That's kind of related to food, so I did it anyway.
You would do it.
Yeah.
Right now, like, you could tell me, like, hey, Josh, we're going to have steak and lobster. I'm like, dude, I don't care. If I want steak and lobster, I'm going to go by myself. I don't want to help you move. I don't care. Like, food is not a motivator for me. And then even, like, a lot of the foods that I eat, like, it ends up, like, giving me indigestion or, I mean, I don't, actually, I don't get indigestion, but I have friends that do, so I'll just pretend I get it. But it's like, if I want a donut, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to buy a donut. If I want pizza, I'm going to go buy pizza. I don't need to help you move to get pizza.
Yeah, but I mean, instead of buying it, you could just work a little bit and get it for free.
Or what I could do is just pay for it like a man and do it without work. Yeah, I mean, now look, if you need help moving, like I'm talking to you, Jonathan. If I'm talking to my friend, if you're my friend, ask me to help you move. I will probably help you out.
Yeah.
I won't help you lift your piano or your gun safe. I'm not going to lift something that's going to potentially damage my back forever. But I will move boxes. I'll move your clothes. I'll help you with that stuff. But I don't want to, like I'm at this point, like, if you got a big piano and you're moving houses, like, bro, you got to, like, either you're moving that piano or you need to hire professional movers because my back's not going to get hurt moving your piano.
Yeah. It's just, like, it's so, like, cool. Because, like, you're, like, pretty strong, I'd say. You can lift up some pretty heavy weights. But you're, like, talking about, no, I don't really want to throw out my back. But I'm going to do these, like, jump up, squat, 1,000-pound weight lifters, but not a piano.
That's right. So I'm gym strong. I'm not really strong. Yeah. I'm gym tough. I'm not really tough.
Also, it's funny, like, there's stuff that I could definitely lift up, but it's just, like, the bigness of it, like
the bigness. I like that. That's a good word. The bigness of it. No, I get what you're saying. It's like your arms aren't long enough to reach it or to get underneath it or something.
But you could definitely lift it up. Like, I bet you could.
Like a car.
Yeah, a car. No, not a car. I don't know. Doesn't like a car weigh 2 tons?
I don't know how much a car weighs. I've never lifted one.
There's a dog like a German Shepherd and it weighs like a ton. I was like,
dude, no, there's.
No.
A dog does not weigh 2,000 pounds.
I read an article at school.
Dude, there's no. Maybe it's like a fake dog that's like made out of like metal that has more weights on it or something.
Completely metal. Yeah. It's like Robo
It's
dog.
not even a real dog. It's a statue dog.
No, it said that like a rocket ship that can only carry 2 tons can take carry 2 golden shepherds. So I was like,
nah. Just whatever it is you read, I'm going to assume that you misread or misunderstood because there's not a German Shepherd that weighs 2,000 pounds. It's not happening.
It also said that when you throw away gum, they turn it into boots too. So, and it said that it rained fish.
Okay, did you read this on April 1st, perchance?
No.
Okay, all right.
Not even close.
Maybe it was like a pick the fake thing out of this article.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, let's get on track here. So, I feel like. We kind of talked about this once. I feel like we're kind of a musical family. We're not like the Brady Bunch where we're like all singing and dancing together.
Yeah.
And we have people that are musically inclined, but we don't have any like Beethovens in the family. You know, like Addison is probably the most musically inclined person in the family, I guess. Great at the violin, very good at the piano.
Yeah.
Aubrey was good at the piano and could sing very well. But then she stopped playing. David We'll skip him.
Yeah, David.
Honestly, David could be very talented, but I think he just doesn't want to show off his skills. Like, he doesn't want people to think, like, I don't tickle the ivories with the piano. I don't play the guitar, but he does both those things. But he doesn't do it in front of other people, so whatever. You are becoming quite the maestro here, right?
Maestro.
So you're pretty good at the piano. We're going to talk about this in a little bit.
Yeah.
You've played the violin. I've heard you play the violin once. Now, I say that I've heard you play the violin once because I've been to some of your orchestra concerts.
Yeah.
We went to one tonight, but I didn't hear you play. I heard the whole orchestra play, but I once, when we were up in Utah a couple weekends ago, was the first time I've heard you actually play the violin.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Anyway, and so you're good at the piano. Ralph's good at the piano. I tinker with the guitar, but I'm not very good.
I also play the trumpet.
Oh, that's right, and you're playing the trumpet. Yeah, so you're you're like trying to become Mr. like one man band. You're gonna walk around, you're gonna have a piano, play the trumpet.
My toe's playing the guitar.
A kazoo somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna be awesome.
And a harmonica.
So anyway, I preface this with saying like we enjoy music.
We do.
Sunday night we're coming home from my mom's house. We were over there for dinner.
We are.
And I had a playlist of just playing Beethoven's songs.
Yes, because that is the very goodest thing to do.
It's wonderful. His music is very beautiful.
And it's crazy how, like, if you think about it, Beethoven was, like, in the 1700s, or, like, 1800s. And his music has been preserved.
I wonder when he was alive. I don't even know. It was probably longer than that. It probably could have been 1600s. I don't know. Maybe we'll look at that.
I think, like, you know, like, in those movies, oh, sorry, getting off track a little bit, but you know in those movies there's, like, the famous person that's, like, everybody looks up to him, like Turbo, like, the guy the red racer guy.
Okay, yeah, so it's a Wreck-It Ralph reference there, but keep going.
No, Turbo. But basically, he meets the racer guy that he always looked up to, and he's just meanie.
Are you talking about, wait, not Turbo from Wreck-It Ralph? There's a different Turbo?
Turbo, like the movie, the snail that...
I've never seen this movie.
The snail... Okay, basically, there's a...
We're getting off track.
Okay. No. There's a snail that drinks nitros on accident because he gets stuck inside of a car, and then he gets out of the car, and he can go so fast, like 100 miles an hour.
Okay, have you tried drinking nitrous yourself?
I have not.
Do not do
yet.
It. All right. So anyway, we're driving home from Grandma's house, and we are rocking out to Beethoven's Fifth. The da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Okay, so that comes on, and what do?
We turn it up to the maximum power.
Full volume. So we're rolling in the Tesla, has a pretty good sound system.
Yeah.
And we're blasting this thing.
Yeah, and windows down, we're going crazy.
It's like, we've all been a victim of, somebody at a stoplight where they are bumping hard, right?
Yeah, it's like
a rap song or it's the heavy metal. Whatever it is, it's loud.
Yeah, and it's like boop, 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 boop,
like yeah,
boop,
car shaking, the whole your car's shaking because their car's shaking,
and like there's a 1.5 earthquake.
Yeah, and that's what we did to Beethoven's Fifth. So we're off the freeway and we're turning right on a street to go towards our neighborhood.
Yeah,
and we see, it's beautiful weather, right? So people are driving their windows down, and we see this car.
Yeah, and they have
their windows down. What was their reaction?
They're like driving and they look over and then they look back and they're like, wait, what?
Yeah, because it's just anyway, we're not. Yeah, it was pretty funny. And so here's if you have not heard Beethoven's Fifth in a while, or if you've never heard it, download it on whatever your music app of choice is. If it's Spotify or Apple Music or Android, Google, whatever, I don't care, whatever.
Yeah.
You go to YouTube, I don't care. And get in your car and just crank it. Just crank it and rock out to it.
Crank it to the maximum.
Pull up to the gym with Beethoven blasting loud.
Yeah,
Pull up to work with just bam, like people like, whoa, you're rocking out to some Beethoven.
Yeah, you like have the wand thingy.
Yeah, your conductor wand.
Yeah.
And then if somebody says, whoa, what are you listening to? Just pretend that Beethoven is pronounced Beethoven.
Yeah, or beef.
Oh, this new guy named Beethoven.
Beethoven.
Yeah, Beethoven.
Yeah, it sounds a lot like beef oven. So like an oven that only cooks beef.
All right, so tonight you had your end of the season
orchestra concert.
Tell us, what are your thoughts on it? How was it? Tell us about it.
It went pretty well, except a couple things, but I enjoyed playing the violin. It's not the favoriteest thing of me to do, but it's fun.
And you're not bad at it.
Yeah.
Right? Like your teacher's trying to get you to go to the advanced. She wants you to go to the chamber thing.
Yeah, I'm not doing chamber though, because I'm still doing jazz.
Yeah, you do jazz band instead of that. So you have she's not the one. She's like, oh, please don't come, please don't come. She's like, oh, I wish Jonathan would come because he's pretty talented.
Yeah.
You can read music. You can keep time.
A funny thing, like actually, some of the people will bring their instruments home and stuff and practice, and I have not one time done that.
No, you haven't, which is part of the reason why I laugh, because I've never heard you. I've one time heard you play the violin, like I previously said.
Yeah, and I'm still pretty good, I'd say.
So, and I even offered like, hey, do you want to get private lessons? You're like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm not that serious in it.
So, there's a couple things I want to talk about at the concert.
Well, no, just keep going. Sorry.
So, one is the etiquette of the participants.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to come across as a music snob because part of me is. And I'm going to preface this by saying, so my sister growing up was amazing at the violin.
Oh.
She was always first chair. I remember when she first started playing the violin, and she was like killing cats.
Oh.
You know, it's screeching.
Screech.
Just kind of like how I'm sure it was with you, where it was just screeching.
Really, Dad?
Yeah, really. And it was the same way with Addison. We're killing cats here. But she got to be incredibly good. I remember one time she played a number in church. And like I had to stop myself from clapping. It was so beautiful. Like it was just like, whoa. And I remember going to her concerts and kind of like, oh, this is dumb. And then it's like the music transformed.
Beautiful.
Like, it was beautiful. It really was. I remember one time they played. She was part of the Las Vegas Philharmonic, the for youth.
Oh.
And they played. I believe it was called Rites of Spring, and it was just crazy. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like it was beautiful. And so part of going to her concerts, being around it, you kind of learn, okay, there is orchestra etiquette. And, you know, when you're in a middle school performance with beginners and intermediate and advanced, like you're never going to get, just people don't know. They just don't know. They don't know what they don't know, and they don't know. But there's also just rude people. Like there's probably a dozen phones that dropped during the performance.
Yeah, so basically I have a couple things that happened that really I was like, why do you even why? So one thing, so these people kept on like dropping water bottles,
like they're Stanley water cups. Or something.
And like the bleachers, and it's just you always, like we're like mid playing and you hear
boom, yeah, because we're not in like an orchestra theater, we're in the gym.
Yeah, and so then people will like drop their phones on accident and stuff. And one thing that really got me, like, I was like, why do you? Somebody brought like a camera with flash, and like I'm pretty sure during playing they clicked it and it like got in our eyes and it messed me up and stuff.
Man, yeah. So anyway, those are certain things you don't do. One time, Renee and I went to a concert, an orchestra concert down at UNLV.
Yeah,
and people clapped at the wrong time. Like there's movements, right? So the music may stop, but that doesn't mean clap. It means this movement's stopping. Now we're going to the second movement or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember people clapped one time, and it really irked the conductor. Like the conductor was visibly upset because people didn't understand the etiquette at this venue. Oh. And so that happened to yours. The advanced orchestra, the whatever, the chamber, they're playing, and like they're almost done. And then people started clapping. It's like no.
Done. It's like done, 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 and there's like done. And
yeah, they just clap because there's a pause. It's like just wait for the conductor to put her hands down or whatever,
and like
then
turn around.
Yeah, turn around, then you can clap. But I love that you play music. I thoroughly enjoy watching my kids compete, whether it's in music or if it's in sports or whatever. It's wonderful. But I got to tell you something.
Huh.
This concert tonight was tough. It was tough, man. Sitting through the beginner was tough. You know, it was tough. But we do these things because we love our kids.
Yeah, I knew we weren't going to be that good, but I mean.
But again, like, how much effort are you putting into it?
Minimum.
Yeah, I mean, you just practice at school, so it's like, all right, well, that's what we're getting out of it. But it's fun to watch you. You stick out like a sore thumb because you have very blonde hair, and you are
very extremely pasty white.
Pasty white. You're like, there's a movie that came out when I was in high school called Powder. You're not quite that white, but you're pretty white. You're like powdered sugar.
Ah.
But you're cute powdered sugar, man.
Sour cream.
So This has been a musical week for us, so we're going to finish this off by talking about the other musical thing that you were doing this week, which is you competed in a jazz band competition.
Oh, yeah, baby. Woohoo.
Now, this one, how I said today was tough. The one on Monday, the jazz band competition, was not tough. This one I thoroughly enjoyed. Like, it was great.
Yeah, I love playing jazz band. It's just like so fun for me. Like, I just love it.
So tell the audience what you play.
So
how you got started in this.
So basically, I played Pollo Rojo.
No, what instrument do you play?
Oh, piano. I'm a professional pianist. Oh, pianoist. Sorry, I mispronounced it.
No, it's penis. Pianist.
Okay. And basically, I'm just like I'm just playing my songs, Pollo Rojo, Follow the Gig Bags, and On Your Bike. And then they turn on the air conditioning, or
you're playing the first song. Air conditioner kicks on,
and I'm just like going through, and my pages, since I have like 5-6 pages, and I can't put it on my binder, and so they're starting to blow over, and like they're starting to bend down and all, and so I'm like putting it back up, and I'm still playing.
Yeah, playing one-handed, putting it up with your other hand.
And it was like a little intense. I was like kind of getting like tense and stressed out a little bit, but I was like still going. And then at this certain part, just like half my music.
3 pages. It was 3 pages. They fell.
Yeah, they just a boom. I was like, keep on playing. and then at this part, I had a rest, like 8 measure rest. So I just pick them back up, and I'm trying to, and then I get a paper clip thingy from my director, and so I'm like playing and nothing's falling down. But then the next song comes, and I'm putting up my papers, but I don't have enough time to clip it on, so my papers start to fall down again.
I'll tell you what. So from my perspective, you handled it like an absolute champ, because the first song, when the music fell, you did not stop playing. You kept playing, and I said later, I was like, well, that seemed really stressful. And you go, yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal. I kind of had it memorized anyway, so whatever.
Yeah, so one of my talents is like, I have astigmatism in my eye, and it basically makes like lines wiggle. So when I read music, it's just like really hard to figure out which notes. So I just memorize it, because that's the easy. I'll hear the tune, and I'll probably be able to pick out the notes. And so I memorized the song, and so I was like just playing, and I was like, oh, I know this. It's fine if they fall down. So, I'll be fine,
Yeah. No, it was that. I mean, did you get your scores from that yet? Did you guys find out?
-1. So the 1 plus 1 is the best, and then -5 is the worst. So we did pretty good.
So it's like +1, -1, +2, -2. Is that kind of how it goes? Or
yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, seriously, you guys are a young group. Most of you guys are in the 7th grade, so that's a really good score to get.
Oh, shout out to Charlie Gonzalez.
Oh, Gonzalez on the bass. Yeah, he was killing it.
Okay, so basically...
The bass guitar.
Yeah, so our bass player, just left.
He was unavailable.
Yeah, unavailable. We'll say that. And so basically, Charlie... I'm pretty sure he doesn't play the bass that much. He hasn't been playing for that long. And he just... Desperate time of need. We call him in. He comes in like a champ. He only has 2 days 3 days for rehearsal, and he does better than the old bass player that's been practicing for months.
That's awesome.
I was like, yeah, crazy. And he's a good drummer too.
Wow.
So.
All right, so your story of the music falling reminds me of a story of your sister having a very similar incident. Have you heard the story?
I think I have.
So she's at a piano recital.
Yeah.
And she has, now her piano teacher is the same as your piano teacher.
Yes.
And when you had your last piano recital, I don't recall seeing any music on the piano. Why is that?
Because I have it memorized. I don't need music.
And Sonia Yoon, your piano teacher, she wants everybody to memorize their music.
Yeah.
Well, Addison's playing a piece, and it was long. It's like she's probably 16, 17, so she's been playing for a long time. And it's probably, I don't know, it's a long number. She's gonna be playing for like 6, 7 minutes, whatever.
Wow.
And so she has a lot of music, and she's like, I don't want to. She had a lot of it memorized, but she's like, I don't want to memorize it because I have music. Why would I memorize it?
Yeah.
So she didn't memorize it. She's using music, and as she's getting up to play, the place where we're at is getting warm, and so I'm like, well, I'm gonna go turn on the air conditioner.
Smart, Dad, smart.
Yeah, because it was hot. It was hot for all of us, and so why
Yeah.
should we all suffer? So I turn on the air conditioner. She goes up to play. She starts playing, and just like you, the music starts to shuffle.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, it just topples over. It falls on the ground. So she stops playing because she didn't have it memorized, and she didn't have the rest of the band that had to rely on her.
Yeah.
And so she goes to pick up her music because hers was like close to her feet.
Yeah.
And as she bends over to pick up her music, her head nails the piano keys and just goes bong.
I'm sorry for laughing at you, but
It was pretty funny, man.
bong.
And so then the air conditioner didn't turn off, and so I think I can't remember what happened. I think her piano teacher came up and like kind of helped hold the music, and
Yeah.
I got a video of it somewhere. If we can find it, we'll post it or whatever.
I would love to see that video.
But shout out to Addie. It helps you overcome adversity, and it's great to have embarrassing moments in life.
Yeah. So that's good job, Addie, for
Bong!
yeah.
No, but it was good. Good job to you. I mean, look, you're doing great. I'm excited for your last concert for the jazz band, May 9th.
May 9th?
I believe it's May 9th. Hey, listeners, contact us for information. We'd love to get you in there.
Yes.
Tickets are free.
They are.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna shuffle over to me starting my wrestling.
Oh, yeah. So looking at a new talent you're going to build up here.
Yeah, so you guys have been urging me to do wrestling for a while.
No, I think what they've been urging you to do is read Harry Potter.
Wrestling.
Hold on. Do you want to confess that you're a nerd now?
Okay, I'm not a nerd, but I'm not retarded. So I read a book.
No, and I'm joking around about you being a nerd because you said, Dad, I think I might be becoming a nerd. I read a book.
Yeah. So I'm not saying people that read books are nerds, but I read a book that's not Where's Waldo, and that's not Calvin and Hobbes and stuff like that.
Wasn't what's the
Judy B. Jones?
Judy B. Jones, or what's the other one about the kid, the
Nate.
loaded diaper or whatever?
Diary
of a Wimpy Kid.
Or Nate the Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You read the first book of Harry Potter. What did you think?
It was pretty good. I did it for motivation to go to Harry Potter Land, or some might say
Universal Studios.
Or Mario Land, or Simpsons Land.
Or Universal Studios.
Or Jurassic Land.
All right. Anyway,
Okay.
so you're not a nerd. You read a book. Congratulations. Keep it going. There's like 7 more volumes to go. Tell us about wrestling.
So basically, I come there and I don't really know where to go. I put on my shoes and then I walk into this room and I'm like, hey, am I supposed to be in this room? He's like, oh, and then these
These kids you were asking, or
yeah, they're about, I'd say about 6 years old or 7 years old. And they're like, oh, yeah, this is the right place. And then they're talking about, like, wrestling. And, like, yeah, every time me and him wrestle, yeah, I always beat him. And I was like, no, you don't. He's like, yes, I do. And then basically we just did wrestling. I learned stance, sprawl, level change, and one other thing about it.
It's some beginner moves, and I'm excited to see where this comes. I was talking to a buddy of mine today. He's the father of a friend of yours who's been doing wrestling.
I think I know who it is.
I think you do too. And so anyway, he was just saying like, no, I love it. It's like it's made my son tough. It's made him deal with opposition and overcoming hard things and working hard to accomplish a goal. So I'm excited. We'll see how this goes. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to be there this Friday, I don't think, but we got a family dinner we got to go to instead. So.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, yes. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll get that. So keep up the good work there. Okay, we're going to take a transition here. I think I've talked to you about the neighborhood app.
Yes.
For a while. So it's a social media thing, but it's for neighborhoods, and so people kind of. Honestly, it's the biggest place for trolls I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh.
And so I don't look on it very often. Every now and then I'll get these emails. I'm like, oh, let me just look at this one. This could be a train wreck.
Oh, yeah.
And so this is the one I looked at and it kind of made me laugh. So somebody posts a picture of a Charger, a Dodge Charger in a parking lot parked, a side picture and the back of it. And it says, Dog bark inside very loud now in Walmart parking lot. Car is on. What do I do? No one inside but dog. Okay, so here's the situation. I'm just going to improvise I read it literally how it says it.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to figure, okay, this person is in Walmart.
Yes.
They hear a dog barking.
Yeah.
They go to see inside of the car. They see the car is on. They can hear the engine running, which means the air conditioner is blowing.
Yes, that means that everything is fine inside the car.
The dog is barking. There's no humans inside. So this person's concerned about animals.
Yeah.
They don't, what do I do? And so the first responder, Barbara, says, call 911.
2 hearts.
Yeah. 2 people love that. Then Chirag says, what do you think you should do? That's what I'm talking about, the troll. Like, why are you trolling on this? Like, you just say, like,
okay, dummy.
how about this? Just just ignore it. Like, Chirag is out there trolling.
He's like, instead of what do you think you should do, like, he's literally asking you what you want.
Yeah, it's like, she's asking for advice. She's not asking for a counseling session.
Yeah.
And so then the poster, her name is Rosalina. She says, Chirag, I'm on phone call with 911. No answer. And then Chirag's he's snarky.
Yeah, he's like,
must be their lunch break! Exclamation point. Like, okay, buddy. Like,
yeah,
whatever.
Cops are gonna take off a lunch break. They never eat.
So now there's every now and then there's a voice of reason, and so that's Joe. Joe steps in as the voice of reason. He says, if the dog is not in danger, walk away.
Go, Joe. All
right, Rosalina, the poster says, I did. Windows are all covered, so no one can see the dog, but I walked away. All right, now there's somebody else Thomas steps in. Okay, Thomas says, really? The car is on, and I can guarantee you the AC is running. Why are you wasting 911's time? I do that all the time when I got my dog with me. The car can't get out of park without the fob. The dog is safe. So there's another voice of reason. And like, what are you doing wasting people's time?
Good. Go,
right.
Go, Thomas.
Okay, Rosalina, she now sees the light. Thomas, got you. I walked away.
Yeah.
All right. So now the trollers come back. So this person's named Pat says, Thomas, the car might shut off. That happened to 2 Army police dogs at Fort Bragg, North Carolina a couple years ago. Their handlers thought they'd be okay because the car was running. And ... says Seymour. I didn't screenshot that.
Oh, what?
Okay. Now we get the troll Chirag is back.
Yeah.
Think this way. Instead of a dog, it was an infant or toddler. In that situation, now, what would you do? What would be your action? Would you walk away? Because, actually says, would you walk away, not walk away. They forgot to put the A in there. Would you walk away because the child seems okay? Would you leave a voicemail for 911? Or what would you HVE done? Not have, but what would you HVE done? What if it was your child in that situation?
Okay. Pause.
Chirag the troll getting paused on.
I'm not. Dogs are not humans.
Now, what you just said is offensive to the people that don't have human kids, but have.
Okay, no offense to people that. Okay. Dogs are not humans.
Cats in the cradle.
Yeah.
All right. So then, Alejandro steps in. This is a new voice. Is Chirag? It's not even the same. Not even close. I don't even know why you compare. It's like comparing apples with bananas.
They're both fruits, kind of. Okay, whatever.
So Rosalina, she's thinking like, oh my gosh, what did I do? Alejandro, you are taking the face value of a situation. I am looking at life, a leaving entity.
What?
She meant living, but they said a leaving entity.
Yeah.
Anyway, somebody says, hey, go into Walmart and just page the owner, call the police, it's against the law. So here's what, it's not against the law, right? So the Tesla that I drive has pet mode. Yeah. Like I can literally set my car to pet mode. It will cool the car down. It'll make sure the car maintains a consistent temperature, an accurate and appropriate temperature. Yeah. So that a dog can be okay in there. And so it's you can leave your pet in the car. It's not a toddler. Yeah. And you also, like what you said, humans, toddlers are not pets. They are not animals. Yeah. Totally different.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm completely with you there.
So anyway, this is fun. It's just funny, like these characters that come together on the neighborhood app.
Yeah, they're
to troll. Like so, Trog's a troll. Like he's just out there. Like I'm mad and I just want to rub some people the wrong way.
Yeah, I just want to. Yeah.
He's like, whatever. I got some salt in this wound and I'm spreading it.
Yeah.
You know, you got like voices like I've never commented on any of these things because I just don't care. Like I just, you know, it's kind of funny to be a part of.
Yeah, it's like just want to sit there and watch what they're doing.
So honestly, this is a way that maybe we can become trolls, but you know, maybe not because it has your first and last name on there, and people are gonna know, like, dude, you're Chirag the troll.
Oh yeah, I like that.
So anyway, that was my adventure with the neighborhood app.
Fancy.
Well, you know, even though our sponsor didn't join us,
We're still gonna mention it.
I feel like we can give a shout out to the sponsor.
Doc R. Haldeman, LLC. She can help with women's health, mental health, like PTSD, right? Stuff like that. And yeah, go see Doc R. Haldeman at
Renaissance Health Center. So here's the best way. Like, I'm not going to give you the address. Okay, if she doesn't show up, we're not doing the address, but we will give you a phone number. You can call, make an appointment, and you can get a free consultation out of this.
free.
Yeah, she'll talk to you on the phone, give you some ideas. You may not even need to come see her.
Also, mention the podcast.
Mention the podcast. Got to mention the podcast so that you can get upcharged. I mean, get a discount.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think there's any discount. I don't know what there is. Just say, hey, look, I heard you on the podcast.
Yeah.
702-258-7860. That number again is 702-258-7860.
702-258-7860
Is the way to go. Call Renee.
Renaissance Health Center.
We'll work on a jingle. Actually, maybe we won't. I don't know what we're going to do. Anyway, always a good time talking with you. Thanks for listening.
Yep. See you later.
All right. Peace out.